Why don't game developers and studios support Linux? The answer may shock you. Many games, especially games with anti-cheat like Fortnite, Apex Legends, Valorant, and Battlefield, are either borked on Linux or ban Linux users. So why do these game developers and studios have such a huge grudge against Linux? In this video, I'm going to dive into the main reasons why and also get the Linux gamers' perspective from the r/Linux gaming subreddit. First of all, let's start with the state of Linux's market share. Linux only makes up for 4% of the desktop market share, with less than 2% being on the Steam hardware and software survey. These low usage numbers give developers less reason to bring Linux support to their games and their anti-cheat. A lot of game developers just wouldn't really care to put a little more effort into supporting Linux as they won't make as much money from it. The second reason is this so-called claimed cheating. EA is a good example for this. So many games from EA, like Apex Legends and Battlefield, used to support Linux until they had their kernel level anti cheat update, which made them bork all of their games on Linux, claiming that because Linux was open source, it was easy to work around even with kernel level anti cheat. Although one redditor in r/Linux gaming made this statement. The reason is, it is an easy win. Look, we banned some cheaters and denied them access. We're doing good work, is the mantra. But it is akin to sticking your finger in a pinhole in your ship and brag, meanwhile water is flooding through a person-sized hole next to you. I cannot agree more with this statement. Linux takes up just a small amount of the player base, and banning the very few cheaters by blocking a whole system type where even innocent players get affected while cheaters are still running frantically on Windows. You can never really remove 100% of cheaters in your game, although you can make an effort to reduce them, is what some may argue. But blocking a whole operating system isn't the right way to do this. They should just do something like getting better moderation or improving their anti-cheat for Linux rather than just cutting off an entire player base and community. And this is also another thing that a developer must keep in mind when trying to solve their cheating problem in any game. Cheaters wouldn't target or prefer an operating system, they would always target the game. Anyways, enough yapping about this, let's get over to the next reason, and this one might shock you. Another reason why many developers don't care or try to help out with the support of their game on Linux is because of Proton and Wine. A lot of developers might just target Windows because they think that Proton and Wine will just carry their game to get with Windows and Linux. To get with Linux and Mac OS or any OS that isn't supported on their platform natively. This is also why a lot of games don't run very well under Wine or Proton either. When there is an easy method like Wine and Proton, devs won't really care to port their games to Linux, so it will just run flawlessly when it's native, and they'd rather just have their consumers tweak settings in Proton and have it run, although sometimes even running under games under Proton, it still has some issues like textures not being processed and audio crackling issues. These issues are something within the Linux gaming iceberg that won't be fixed overnight and might take years to improve. In the meantime, the best us Linux gamers can do is help each other to grow and improve our techniques, all while using Proton and Wine to run our games, as well as show some support to the developers who made Proton running possible on their games or made their games native on Linux. As Linux gaming continues to grow, hopefully developers will put in a little more effort to bring Linux support to more games that we know and love. So without anything left to say, I'm gonna end the video here, but before I do that, please subscribe to my channel as it really helps out a small channel like mine. And I'm trying to grow this channel to 200 subscribers hopefully by the end of this year. Anyways, God bless you guys, and I will see you in the next video.